So tonight, the Democrats took what I would consider to be a pretty bold move in the House of Representatives. They went ahead and had a vote on giving tax breaks to those who make under $250,000 a year. Now, it won't be reconciled in the Senate, so this was really just an opportunity to show what the Republicans are and who they work for. But the measure that they voted on was that individuals or families who make under $250,000 a year, under $250,000 a year, should get tax breaks. Now, the measure passed, but it was a partisan vote. 188 Republicans voted against the measure. They voted against extending tax cuts for the lower and middle class. They said that the only way that they will vote for this measure is if it extends tax cuts for everybody. That includes the people who make, say, $100 million a year. They all deserve tax cuts for some reason. For someone who makes about $1.4 million a year, the estimate was over $80,000 they would get in tax breaks. Now, why the rich need all these tax breaks is beyond me, but that's the Republicans for you. They say that they want to reduce the deficit, and yet they think that we can afford to give these kind of tax cuts to the wealthiest Americans. How are you going to reduce the deficit when you're cutting taxes for people making that much money? It's going to add to the deficit. That makes no sense. The logic is not there. There is no reason behind it. I don't understand it at all. It's some kind of groupthink phenomena. You're going to increase the deficit. You're going to hurt the economy. You're not going to help it in the long term. You're just helping out your rich buddies. That's all the Republicans seem to be interested in doing. The Republicans, that is, they've repeatedly refused to vote on extending unemployment benefits, which are beginning to run out right now. There are people in America who have lost their jobs. We know we're in a bad economy. They have lost their jobs. Unemployment benefits are gone. They have no source of income. It is December. It's the holiday season, and these people have no money to get by. And the Republicans have stood in the way and said, we're not going to vote on that. They say, well, let's put that off. Let's wait a little while to vote on that. Now, they say if we extend these unemployment benefits, then that's going to deter people from getting a job because that means we're just going to give them a free ride. Really. They sit around and they harp on how bad the economy is and how so many jobs have been lost and Obama hasn't created enough jobs. Yet they say if we give them any benefits, that's going to deter them from getting a job. The jobs that just aren't there, I don't know what they're talking about. Seems like they just don't really care about the people. The Democrats have said that they would like to give a $400 tax break to individuals and $800 to couples. And, of course, the Republicans are against that. I don't understand that either. Giving a tax break here around Christmas is genius. People are going to reinvest that money in the economy. We have people buying Christmas presents for family and just presents for everyone, maybe at the office, any workplace, whatever. Say parents who have 3 children or so. Maybe they want to get them some present that they can't afford. They get a tax break for $800. They can afford it. Of course they're going to go buy it. That money's going to go right back into the economy. It's going to stimulate the economy, and it's going to grow. It's going to make things better. But for some reason, the Republicans cannot see that. They say, well, we can't afford to do that. That's going to hurt us more than it's going to help us. But let's give an $80,000 tax break to every rich person in America. That's going to help us a lot. I don't know. But I don't know why I'm surprised by this, honestly, because Senator Mitch McConnell, after the Republicans won the election, the midterm elections, came out and said that his top priority was to get Obama out of office. His top priority was not to grow the economy. It was not to create jobs. It was not to help the unemployed. What he planned on doing was getting power. That was his primary goal. It was not to help America. It was to gain power. He went out after that midterm election and looked at America and said, I don't care about you. I care about myself. I want more money, and I want my buddies to have more money, and that's how it's going to go. They've already began passing around a petition in the Senate and House, and they said, the Republicans that is, they have agreed to vote against any Democratic-backed legislation, even if it's good for America. That means if Obama and the Democrats come out with some sort of amazing legislation that is going to help our economy, since they're backing it, they're going to say, let's vote against it. We've got the power to shoot it down. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is I do not understand how anybody can support a party that is just so off the wall and so cold and heartless and just not caring about America. If you support this party, I think I would have to question your humanity. And it's just beyond me.